guys, we have a time for another service with our car. So we need to replace oil. How you can see, we did it on 110,000 before, and now I think it's 15. I wanted to do it quicker, but because of the weather it was impossible. So we're gonna use Liqui Moly oil as usually. Liqui Moly engine flash, Mann filter. Once I will be there, I decide to replace coolant together with the oil. I'm using only BMW coolant. There's no point to buy the cheaper one because the price, I think it's 12 pounds or something like that for the one. It's concentrated, so 2 bottles for us will be enough. Why I'm replacing coolant? Because when I bought the car, the oil housing gasket been broken and the oil was kind of mixed with the coolant. Not mixed properly when it's like head gasket broken, but some bits of oil was there, so I'm trying to few times a year replace the coolant to get rid of these oil bits, small bits inside. So yeah, we're gonna replace the coolant, we're gonna replace oil. Another thing I realized when I replaced Masata intercooler, I haven't done inner O-rings inside, so I ordered them from BMW. We're gonna do them as well. Once we're gonna, because to drain on N55, to drain coolant, we need to drop off intercooler. So that's why it's worth to do it same time. So we're gonna replace O-rings, we're gonna replace coolant as well, because I've done it already before, and the coolant drain plug is plastic. I ordered a new drain plug. And together with this, I was thinking to replace power steering fluid, because most of us never doing this before. I ordered the special O-rings gaskets for the hydraulic lines inside, which is on the bottom of the engine next to the steering rack. I'm not sure if I'm gonna touch them, so the first I will drain what is in a tank here. We'll see how dirty it is, and based on that we'll see if I will touch the lines before, or I'll just take wherever I can here. It won't be proper replacement, but it will be flashing, so it should be better than nothing. So yeah, let's carry on, let's do that, and should be everything all right. Well guys, we did power steering fluid, so I decided to not touch fluid lines, hydraulic lanes, which is underneath the engine. So we just use that pump and we suck everything from the tank, from the top what we can. So at the moment our specific is CHF 11S, so we bought the same fluid, CHF 11S. Make sure, if you will do the same, always make sure you double check which fluid you need. It's not the perfect one, but it's the right spec, so it's alright for now, because I decided to not touch anything. Basically nothing is leaking underneath, and I don't want to touch original bolts, especially now in the winter time. So with the pump we did few flushes, so we managed to take out about a liter of the oil. Just bear in mind, I can't show you now, but clean one is green, so that's how it looks inside. So it's definitely worth to replace it. We still have about 200 milliliters, so maybe we will do one more flush, but at the moment I'm happy with that. Obviously when you do it from the bottom it will be perfect, you will drain all the black fluid. In my case we did kind of 50-50, and in the summertime we will do it again, and I will probably buy the original BMW fluid. With the engine oil, so we flush it with the Liqui Moly engine flush. Highly recommend you to use it and doesn't matter petrol, diesel. And we have Masata drain plug, which is magnetic, and how you can see it's not a lot happening here, so it's quite clean. Well, obviously it's not perfectly clean, but for 15 years old car with the steel stock rod bearings, I consider it's quite alright. So again, I quite like this upgrade. We can use the washers from the Mann filter here, so yeah, I've reused it already a few times. It's not expensive, and the magnet on top, it's worth to have it, especially with the old cars. Okay, we will carry on the rest, and then as the last point we will do coolant. Because with the coolant, bear in mind, if you will decide to do the same steps as me, if you're taking off your intercooler and you will start your engine after, because of the misunderstanding how much air is coming in, you will have rough idle and the engine will work and be tricky for a while. That's why I decided to finish with the oil, finish with everything, because for the oil you need to warm up engine. So I put intercooler back, and once I finish that, I will carry on with the coolant. Okay, another update, guys. So coolant is out too. We just flush it with a bit of water. So if you don't know how to bleed the E90 chassis coolant, you need to put fan of the lowest speed, heating on the maximum, and press gas pedal for 10 seconds. Because we have electric coolant pipe, it will start circulating by itself, so you can drain all of it. So we drained all of it. With these ones, with the drain plugs, so basically what happened with mine, when you unscrew and screw it a few times, it's very soft plastic, you damage it. So I decided to replace whole bolt, or how to call it, whole plug. But make sure you check it before, so there is no initial, it's not like a screw or bolt. So you just need to turn it on 90 degrees and take it out, pull it out. And the same with the new one, just push it in, turn it 90 degrees and it will stay there. But for just a general drain, you can do just with the blue part. Just make sure, because it's soft plastic, so don't damage it, so it will last longer. And you don't need to replace these O-rings. I did it a few times before, they never leaked. I replaced it only because the plastic was damaged. So now we will put everything together. We will replace O-rings on intercooler, and hopefully the car will start and run again. Well, we're finished for today, guys. So highly recommend you power steering fluid. How you can see, instead of the green, it's blackish. So I'm pretty much sure no one of you did it. If you did it, well done. But most of us, we never touch the steering fluid. The rest, coolant, pretty much all right. So I don't see any oil bits inside. It's not black like it was when I did it first time, so it's just preventive maintenance. Oil, nothing special as usually, bit later than expected, but next one I will try to do in 4,000 miles. An upgrade about the suspension from the previous video, I don't know if you watch it or no, we did camber plates, M3 arms, M3 alignment, steering rack rods. So basically we finished suspension, and we got the problem with the rubbing, but now it's everything all right. We're pretty much happy. Car handles much better. No issues so far with the negative camber. We have 2.5 negative camber in the front. We checked tires today. So far everything is even, everything is perfect. So we found one more issue, and the coolant tank cap, we start falling apart, and a small plastic piece just broke. Thanks God it's broken in my hands, not when it was inside. So now we need to order coolant tank cap for the car, maybe some upgraded, I don't know. Another plastic thing which breaking because of the heat and temperatures underneath this bonnet. So yeah, guys, always make sure you're doing preventive maintenance and you will like your BMWs or other performance cars. See you.
you.